Hey y'all, Rick Sky here. Welcome back to another video. Within this video, I want to talk about how to remain productive while quarantined. And I never thought this would be a video topic, but it's really a matter of how one chooses to deal with an overwhelmingly negative situation. That being everything that's going on around us. I don't have to say what it is because you know what it is and you know why most people are quarantined. So with that being the case, what are my tips for remaining productive while quarantined? So the new normal, and hopefully it's just a temporary normal, does not entail getting up and going to a physical work site to perform a job and then going from there to potentially other jobs, this, that, and the other. It doesn't entail being able to go to the gym because most all of the gyms are closed. And even if they weren't, I wouldn't be going to one because I don't want to spread what I've had and I don't want to potentially pick up something that other people may have. So, you know, with that being the case, it challenges one to say, okay, how do I remain productive while quarantined? And it's really not that difficult. So the first thing I would recommend, is some sort of structure. So, I'm a very process-oriented person, and I feel that that's why I'm as productive as I am with a lot of tasks. But with that being the case, when the environment changes, being able to morph and change one's processes for that new environment is necessary. And that's where I am now. So, the first few days of quarantine, it was kind of like, yeah, this is weird. I'm missing the gym. I love going to the gym. I love going out and getting something to eat sometimes. But going from a life of come and go as one chooses to, hey, there is this thing going on, everybody's sick and everybody's spreading it, being able to come and go is no longer an option. So with that being the case, how does one remain productive while in quarantine? A lot of people don't. And I'm posting this video for the people that maybe you don't, but you want to, or maybe you already feel that you do, but you want to be even more productive while you're quarantined. So these are my tips. So what I did, I quickly realized that, yeah, this is the new temporary normal. We're going to get through this. This isn't going to go on forever. But with this being the new temporary normal, I knew that I had to create a new normal for the less than normal day-to-day life of quarantine. So staying in the same room, staring at the same screen can quickly become redundant and maddening. So in my situation, and everybody's situation is different, but in my situation, I work another job. I work several jobs. I mean, that's just the way it is. But I work another job, and I perform that job, and it's just it's weird, It's weird not being in a brick and mortar, but I perform that job, and then once I finish that job, I do my, let's just say, post one job activities. In the past, it was going to the gym. It was cooking a nice dinner with the family and spending time with the family. I don't have the family here. Family's isolated because I came down with this, and I hope it's not. And I'm not going to say it because that's not what this video is about. But I hope it's not that stuff. I'm feeling better. I've still got a sore throat and I still cough on occasion. My nose is still running, and I don't have energy. I've got energy when I'm in an environment like this, but if I go out and try to go for a walk or something like that, that's where I feel the fatigue. So, yeah, and just figuring out how to map out the day. So, if you do have a work from home, let's just say you have a work from home job. Maybe you had a traditional job and it's work from home, while this is going on. So you've got that, but then you got to break it up. But you can't break up what would have been after day job activities no longer exist because you can't go to the gym. There's social distancing. I haven't left the house, so I haven't been anywhere. But that being the case, how do you break up the day from one job before segueing into other jobs? Or maybe you don't segue into other jobs. So here's what I do. So since there's no gym, I'll do the treadmill indoors. And again, I haven't had the energy to do it yet, but that's on my playlist. within a few days, hopefully, because I am feeling better. So to do that, and then that just kind of breaks up the monotony of the day. And then, since there's not a lot of food options, and and I've stocked up, and I've got meal plans to get me through, potentially through a few months. I'll go down and I'll have a a meal, not a satisfying meal, but it's what I got, and I'll mix it up. I've mixed up my meal planning so that I don't have, I'm not too heavy on pasta, or I'm not too heavy on soup. I've kind of blended it. And then on the weekends, what I will do is treat myself. I still have a little bit of meat. So what I'll do is I will have that perfectly marinated. Have some of my premier side items that I've frozen, and just have all of that ready to go. So that's kind of the reward at the end of the week after eating all of this. Survival food is what I'm calling it. So that's one way to remain productive. You've got a variety of food. So you hypothetically, like if you're like me, you finish one job, you get some exercise, you eat as nice of a meal as you can, but you save those really special meals for the weekends, and then you segue into your other jobs. Now, the big thing for me, obviously, is YouTube, and this video that you're watching here is on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/IRIXGuy. So the quarantine, yes, it's horrible, but what people don't realize, if they don't quarantine, that this is going to go on and on and on and on and on. Let's suffer quickly, and let's quickly rebound. Let's not just drag the suffering out, because that's what's probably going to happen. And again, this isn't a political video, but if people don't just realize that, hey, if we don't get together and say, hey, we've got to just stay away from everybody, let this thing run its course, and get back to life as usual. If people don't get together and do that, it's never going to happen, because there's always going to be somebody coming and going. Somebody's always going to be coming and bringing it back. Anyway, so that segues into the being productive after the good meal, after the workout. So there's, that's when I do my video editing. Videos such as this one, that's when I'm doing them, because it gives me an opportunity to, when I'm filming the video, I feel refreshed. Obviously I haven't shaved in a few days. I'm trying to save my shaving cream, because that's something I was an idiot and didn't stock up on. But I guess I could use some soap. Oh, I can't use soap. Oh, and I just touched my face. So, this quarantine stuff, if you're not crazy, it'll drive you crazy. If you're not, it'll drive you crazy if you're not careful. So anyway, to remain productive and to pass the hours during quarantine, I stay busy with stuff like this. Videos like this one. Check out my other videos. I'm going to share a lot of tips for how people may be able to make, again, no promises, but how people may be able to make money from home. Things that people may choose to do. It's easy to just sit around and eat junk food that's available and watch TV and just try to not think about the world ending. That's one way to cope with it. The other way, again, is to remain laser focused throughout the quarantine process and try to create as much content as possible. So if you're a YouTuber like I am, following this workflow, and maybe you're a full-time YouTuber. If you are, all power to you, because that's where it's at. That is a huge deal. But, blending YouTube with other professional pursuits, it's important that when I do these YouTube videos that I'm doing them while I'm well-fed, as well-fed as I can be, after I've had a good little workout. Even if there's no gym, and that is irritating me. Even if the gym was open, I wouldn't go, because I'm not going anywhere. But it's just not being able to get out and work out, because going to the gym is a great form of daily stress relief, and it also makes you look better. So I'm already starting to feel shriveled up because I hadn't been able to work out in a week. But just remaining productive. Focus upon staying busy and productive versus just watching TV. Yeah, and I watch TV. After I do all these YouTube videos, I'm going to watch maybe a half hour of TV before I go to sleep. But, make the priorities things that could potentially generate money. I mean, YouTube can generate money. So for that reason, YouTube is high on my list of priorities. So that's important for me, and it's just try not to, don't flip on the news, don't flip on the social media other than YouTube, and be careful about what you watch on YouTube. Just watch my channel, and share with others, and like and subscribe, and support me on Patreon, patreon.com/IRIXGuy. But just staying busy and keeping your mind busy, and putting together things like this that is a productive use of time versus browsing the internet and looking at all the metrics of what's going on in the world and worrying. Don't worry about that stuff. Just be productive. Mix your meals up. Make sure you've got a good, even if it's not a great reward, maybe you've been eating, pasta sauce and noodles every day. And maybe you've got just one pack of beef or chicken or whatever, and you ration that beef or chicken. You got it in your freezer, and you reward yourself on the weekend with that spaghetti that has meat as well. That's assuming you're not a vegetarian. If you're a vegetarian, you may be okay without the meat reward. But that's, again, all a matter of personal preference. So yeah, just think about, get as much rest as you can. That's the thing. It's important every night, even though you're in quarantine, to get as much rest as you can, because failing to get rest will wear someone down quite rapidly, even if they're in quarantine. So tell me what you think within the comment section below. I know this is kind of a random video, but hey, given the times, how to remain productive during quarantine, why to remain productive while in quarantine. I don't know. This is what I do. What do you do? Tell me within the comment section below. Subscribe and ring that bell icon when you do, and that'll notify you whenever I post another video. And y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain IRIXGuy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/IRIXGuy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.